Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Kansas State Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Guys, I checked in with Kansas State's head coach before the game. They continue to be without their starting running back, but the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Rides to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open. That could...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got it. First down and more. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Number 43, set to kick off.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the quick grab. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A give to Brown. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To throw, it's Washington. Out wide right, it's McCoy. At midfield, he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that was a play that was designed to simply pick up the first down, right? 3rd and short, it's a short throw, and you're just trying to get it to the sticks. But what a great individual effort by the receiver that time, turning once he has the football, and he's getting extra yards. That ends up being a big-time play for the offense.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wants to go up top on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Shelton. Makes the grab in their space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Powers inside. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on fourth down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Out wide left, it's McCoy. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. And down he goes.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nestles it in at the 35. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Escapes the pressure going right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Can't get him to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finds his man on the RPO. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Changing the routes with his receivers. Got to make the play on 4th. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
Handoff for Brown. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Left side is Hughes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Cardinals, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give, running right, Brown. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Calls his own number. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air, can make plays with his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Drops back on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Out wide left, it's Shelton. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. New set of downs after the completion. He'll pull it down.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in second and short, second and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to him.
Second down, gonna throw it. Left side is Shelton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Moves to his right. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second.
Number 43, set to kick this one away.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start on the ground with Brown. They put the brakes on him.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Washington. Out wide left, it's Brown. Taken down.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Slings it downfield. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Press center downs going to the air. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On the move. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's 3rd down. Louisville calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and long coming up. Back to pass, it's Washington. Left side, it's McCoy. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with UAB taking on the Georgia State Panthers. And it's the Blazers looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the SEC.
Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. Turning it on. He's got enough. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Defense all over it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They'll run him again. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first down. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Third and 6 yards to go. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Quick give. It's Jackson. Knocked down immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second down, gonna throw it. Right side, it's Lovett. Snags it, and he's open. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Kansas State pushing the pace. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Washington. Release to the back. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. Just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Got an alley. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Brown again. Nowhere to go. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third and long right here. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Rolling right and going deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this team needs... that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Grabs it in the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st.
It's a running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Dropping back, it's Washington. Out wide right, it's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down to the air. Buying time to his right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out wide left, it's Hughes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll take it himself. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Louisville! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. And I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. I tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll go with a direct snap. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
There he goes. The 40. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's got the first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Gets the back moving. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Left side is Jackson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Right side, it's Jackson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
And he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
They are backed up, top field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And obviously the offense is in a difficult position here, and you're asking a lot from them. They're down by a touchdown, not a lot of time on the clock, deep in your own end, but this is something that you're trained for. Coaches always put their offense in this situation in practice leading up to the big game. It takes timing, it takes execution, but that is something this offense is ready to do.
Looking for a man, it's Washington. Escapes the pressure to his right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite them. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave this.
He'll take a shot. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. A designed run for the quarterback. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Got a little space. After this, it'll be a wrap. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They